Good afternoon, students. Happy to see you. Good afternoon, students. Happy to see you all. Okay, we have completed Unit 1 in the last class. Today we'll see the revision of Unit 1. I think we can revise this unit in 2 or 3 classes. First, we'll go for the definition of a sequence. Tell me, anyone of you tell me what is the definition of a sequence? Sequence is nothing but a function from set of natural numbers to real numbers. So you write let f of f from n to r be a function defined as f of n equal to an. Then a1 comma a2 comma a3 comma etc an comma etc is called a sequence. So as I already told you, a sequence is nothing but a function from n to r. N is a natural number set, r is a real number set. If I put n equal to 1, we'll get a1, n equal to 2 means a2, n equal to 3 means a3 and so on. Therefore, the resulting terms a1, a2, a3 etc. is called a sequence. So what we have to note here is this a1, a2, a3 etc. an are nothing but the range of this function. Okay, so that we sometimes call it as range of the sequence. The range of the function is called the range of the sequence. So now we'll see a example for this sequence. So what is that? Let me give an example for a sequence. We take f of n equal to n square. So what is the sequence here? The sequence is nothing but if you put n equal to 1, you'll get 1 square, 2 means 2 square, 3 means 3 square, etc. n means n square. So this is the sequence. Suppose if I want to write the range of the sequence, so what is the range of the sequence? Range of sequence is nothing but the set of all images. What is the range of this function? So that is nothing but 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, etc. up to n square. So you know in a function f from a to b, the set of all images is called the range. So here the range is nothing but the sequence itself. So whenever I want to write the sequence, you have to write it like this. If you want to write the range of the sequence, it should be written as a set notation. We'll see one more example. F of n equal to -1 power n, or you write as -1 power n plus 1. So what is the sequence here? If you put n equal to 1, you'll get -1 power 2, 1. 2 means -1 power 3 will become -1. Plus 1, -1, etc. The nth term will be -1 power n plus 1 and so on. Here you tell me what is the range of the sequence. Range of the sequence is nothing but only two numbers, 1 and -1. You need not write 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, etc. because you know the rules for a set. In a set, normally we will not repeat the terms. So 1 is written only once and -1 is written only once. So these are some of the examples of a sequence. Now we'll see some more examples of a sequence. F of n equal to n. So what is the sequence here? The sequence is 1, 2, 3, etc. up to n, etc. Whereas the range means is the infinite set 1, 2, 3, etc. up to n, etc. That's all about the sequences. So there are different sequences. We have some special sequences. What are the special sequences? For example, I can say constant sequence. What is a constant sequence? A sequence in which all the terms are same. All the terms are constant is called as constant sequence. I can write A, etc. This is a constant sequence. So the nth term is also A. So what is the range of this constant sequence? So the range is nothing but the singleton set A. So this is a special sequence. We have some other sequences which are special. Normally we give them by special names. So one another sequence is geometric sequence. Every one of you know about the geometric series. Here we are dealing with geometric sequence. So I can write the geometric sequence as 1 x, x square, x cube, etc. or x power n, etc. This is called the geometric sequence. If I want to write the range is set itself. Okay. Similarly, we have one more special sequence called Fibonacci sequence. So what is a Fibonacci sequence? A Fibonacci sequence is nothing but 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, etc. This is called a Fibonacci sequence. So how to construct a Fibonacci sequence? Very simple. The first two terms are 1 and the third term is given by sum of the first two. Fourth term is given by sum of the first and second. Fifth term is given by sum of the second, third and fourth and so on. So we can write the Fibonacci sequence. We can write the definition in some other way also. A1 equal to 1, A2 equal to 1, an plus 2 equal to an plus 1 plus an for n greater than or equal to 1. So here you see, if you put n equal to 1, a1 is here. If you put n equal to a2. Suppose if you put n equal to 1 in this equation, what will you get? a3 equal to a2 plus a1. And then a4 means a3 plus a2 and so on. So I'll get the same sequence. So these are some of the standard sequences which you should know. Next, we'll move to the next heading, bounded sequences. So what is a bounded sequence? The name bounded means it should be within a boundary. For example, in cricket, normally we say boundary. Boundary means within that line. So likewise, bounded sequence means the sequence will be, all the numbers in the sequence will be between a certain number. For example, if I write 1 comma minus 1 comma 1 comma minus 1 comma 1 comma minus 1 comma etc. This is a bounded sequence. Why it is bounded sequence? Because all the terms are lying in between minus 1 and plus 1. I can write like this. All the numbers in this sequence are lying in between minus 1 and plus 1. So we call this sequence as a bounded sequence. Okay, right. Anyway, now we'll see the actual definition of bounded sequence and then we'll see the examples. Okay, right. So what is a bounded sequence? A sequence AN is said to be bounded. Normally, the sequence is denoted by that symbol, so I didn't written here. So it is denoted by AN. So what is a bounded sequence? A sequence AN is said to be bounded if there exists a real number k greater than 0 such that mod AN less than or equal to k for all n. So such a sequence is called a bounded sequence. So note that here mod AN less than or equal to k. What is the meaning for mod AN less than or equal to k? Some students may not know this. So just I am writing it. Mod AN less than or equal to k means the value of AN lies between minus k and plus k. So this is called a, this is nothing but the notation mod AN less than or equal to k means. Okay. So a sequence is said to be bounded if there exists two numbers such that all the elements of the sequence lie in between these two. So such a sequence is called a bounded sequence. We'll see one example for that. So we'll see one example for that. So tell me a bounded sequence. I can write 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5, etc. This is a very good example of a bounded sequence. Why? Because all the numbers in this sequence are less than 1 and all the elements in this sequence are greater than 0. See, we can write like this. AN lies between 0 and 1. And we write like this. All the numbers will be greater than 0. Even 0 will not come. All the numbers will be greater than 0 and all the numbers will be less than or equal to 1. But anyway, in order to write it in the mod notation, I can write like this also, mod AN less than or equal to 1. Or in other words, I can write minus 1 less than or equal to AN less than or equal to 1. So you see, these elements are always lying in between minus 1 and plus 1. Therefore, it is a bounded sequence. Then second one is, I can give this notation. This is a very simple one, which we have already discussed. Here also you see, minus 1 less than AN less than or equal to 1. Therefore, for all n, that is the important thing. For all n, this is true. Therefore, it is also a bounded sequence. So, dear students, now you could have understood bounded sequence is a very simple logic. All the elements of the sequence will be lying in between two numbers. Such a sequence is called a bounded sequence. Naturally, we will see, sir, is there any sequence which is not a bounded sequence? Yeah, definitely. We have a sequence like this. For example, if I see, if I write 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., this sequence will go up to infinity. So I cannot write this element is less than something. So for this, we can find a lower bound. The lower bound is there, whereas we don't have an upper bound. Therefore, it is not a bounded sequence. So bounded sequence means it should have both the lower limit, lower bound as well as upper bound. So that's all about the bounded sequence. So let us continue the definition of boundedness. We have already discussed what is a bounded sequence. A sequence is said to be bounded if it is having both upper bound as well as lower bound. So tell me, what is the definition for bounded above sequence? It is very simple. If it is having only the upper bound only, we call it as bounded above sequence. If it has lower bound, we call it as bounded below sequence. Now we'll see the definition. A sequence AN is said to be bounded above if there exists a real number k greater than 0 such that an less than or equal to k for all n. So what do you mean by that? All the elements of the sequence is less than or equal to a real number k, which means all the numbers are bounded by this k. So this we call it as upper bound. Then we call then k is called as an upper bound. So bounded above means there will be an upper bound. Now we'll see some examples so that you can understand easily. So tell me this upper bound for this 1 comma 1 by 2 comma 1 by 3 comma 1 by 4 comma etc. Tell me what is the upper bound for this. All the numbers will be less than or equal to 1. Therefore 1 is an upper bound. Since 1 is an upper bound, we call it as bounded above sequence. So bounded above sequence means the sequence is having an upper bound. Suppose if I have this example -1 comma -2 comma -3 comma -4 comma etc. Here you see all the elements are greater than or less than or equal to -1. Therefore -1 is an upper bound. Not only -1, we have other upper bounds also. -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 are all upper bounds. Therefore, it is a bounded above sequence. So, if a sequence has an upper bound, we call it as bounded above sequence. We have we'll see the definition of bounded below sequence. A sequence AN is said to be a bounded below sequence if there exists a real number k greater than 0 such that of course k need not be greater than 0, k may be any number. It need not necessarily be greater than 0. K may be any real number such that AN is always greater than or equal to k for all n. So in this case we say here k is called the lower bound, called a lower bound, because we may have more than one lower bounds. So this is a lower bound. See an example so that you can understand easily. So what is the definition of a bounded below sequence we had seen? So we'll see one example for that. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. All the numbers will be greater than 1. Therefore, 1 is a lower bound. Therefore, it is a bounded below sequence. I hope you understood the concept. Bounded below means there is a lower limit. All the numbers are definitely greater than or equal to 1. But we don't have the upper limit. It goes up to infinity. So such a sequence is called a bounded below sequence. Can we have one more definition for bounded below? Here our sequence perform bounded below. One by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5, etc. Definitely it is a bounded sequence. AN is definitely greater than or equal to 0, because at the worst it can be 0. Therefore it is 0 is a lower bound. Of course, for this sequence we have upper bound as well, but I am not discussing about the upper bound, just I am worried about only the lower bound. Therefore, we can say it is a bounded below sequence. That's all. So I can rewrite the definition for bounded sequence. Already we have given the definition for bounded sequence, but I can give one more definition. A sequence AN is said to be bounded if AN is both bounded above and bounded below. So if it is both bounded above and bounded below, then we can call it as a bounded sequence. So again, you can give this sequence. This is a very good example of a bounded sequence. Already we have given 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5 is a bounded sequence because all the numbers are lying in between 0 and 1. So this will be a lower bound, this is an upper bound. For any sequence, if you have both the lower bound and upper bound, that is called a bounded sequence. Similarly, we have given already this example also. Once again, I am repeating. That's all. So these two are examples of bounded sequence. So we have completed the definition of bounded sequence and unbounded, bounded above, bounded below, and bounded sequence. Now we have one more terminology of GLB and LUB. What is GLB? GLB means greatest lower bound. Greatest lower bound, or we call it as infimum. Okay, now we'll see one example, then we'll go for the definition. What is the example? Suppose if I take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. For this, what is the lower bound? The lower bound is 0. Not only 0, 0 is lower bound, minus 1 is lower bound, minus 2 is lower bound, etc. Not only negative integers, even I can say minus 1.5, minus 2.3, etc. These are all lower bounds. Out of these lower bounds, which is the greatest lower bound? That is nothing but 0. So this we call it as infimum or the greatest lower bound. Very simple. So greatest lower bound. Infimum is the least element in the sequence. Similarly, we have supremum, least upper bound, or we call it as supremum. So what is that? What do you mean by supremum or the least upper bound? You take all upper bounds. Take this example 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, etc. For this, an upper bound is 1 because all the numbers will be less than 1. Not only 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. These are all upper bounds. Even I can write 1 by 2, 1 by 1.5, 2.3, 3.8 like that. Because all the elements of this sequence are less than this. So these are all upper bounds. But out of these upper bounds, which is the least upper bound? So the least upper bound is 1, which is the supremum. So the point to be noted is, in that sequence, which is the least element, that is the infimum, that is GLB. In a sequence which is the greatest element, that is something but the supremum or LUB. Now I can give the definition. What is the definition of GLB? You can see in the set of all lower bounds, the greatest lower bound is called the infimum. Similarly, out of all the upper bounds, the least upper bound is called the supremum. The definition, the name itself, GLB, the name itself gives you the definition of GLB and LUB. Hello students, we'll continue the topic in Unit 1, monotonic sequences. So what is a monotonic? Mono means single. Monotonic sequence means a sequence with single behavior. A sequence will be continuously increasing like this, or it will be continuously decreasing like this. So such a sequence is called a monotonic sequence. Here you see it is increasing. We say monotonically increasing, and you see here it is monotonically decreasing. So monotonic means single behavior. Suppose if I have a sequence like this 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, It is not monotonic because you see there is an increase and then decrease, increase and decrease. So such a sequence is not a monotonic sequence. A monotonic sequence means the terms will either increase or will be same. Okay, now we'll see the definition and then we'll see some of the examples. So what is the definition of a monotonic sequence? A sequence, a sequence AN, a sequence AN is said to be monotonically increasing. Monotonically increasing. If an less than or equal to an plus 1 for all n. So you should understand the meaning for this. An less than or equal to an plus 1 means, what do you mean by that? Put n equal to 1, you'll get a1 less than or equal to a2. Put n equal to 2, you'll get a2 less than or equal to a3. And then a3 less than or equal to a4 and so on. So this is the nature of a monotonic increasing sequence. So as you go from left to right, the terms increase. And we have one more definition, that is monotonic, strictly monotonic increasing. A sequence AN is said to be strictly monotonic increasing. Strictly monotonic increasing. If AN less than AN plus 1. AN less than AN plus 1. That's all for all n. So you should understand what is the difference between these two. Strictly increasing means always it is increasing. Same value will not be there. A1 less than A2 less than A3 less than A4 less than etc. Here equality is permitted, whereas in strictly increasing case equality is not permitted. We have one example. For example, if I write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 etc. This is strictly increasing. Strictly monotonic increasing. Because equality is not there. And then suppose if I have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4 like that, this is increasing, but you see many terms are also equal. In this case we say monotonic increasing. So monotonic increasing means either increasing or keeping constant, whereas strictly monotonic increasing means each term increases. A similar definition is given for monotonic decreasing sequence. So what is a monotonic decreasing sequence? Monotonic decreasing sequence means a sequence AN is said to be monotonically decreasing. If AN greater than or equal to AN plus 1. So you should understand, AN greater than or equal to AN plus 1 means the value of AN plus 1 is less than or equal to AN. That's the meaning for all n. So if I put n equal to 1 and 2, you can understand easily. A1 will be greater than A2 A2 will be greater than or equal to A3, greater than or equal to A4 and so on. So what happens? As you go from left to right, the sequence decreases. So I can give an example: 1 comma 1 by 2 comma 1 by 3 comma 1 by 4 comma 1 by 5 comma etc. is a good example for monotonic decreasing sequence. So next definition is for strictly monotonic decreasing. So a sequence AN is said to be strictly monotonic decreasing. Strictly monotonic decreasing if an greater than an plus 1 for all n. So what do you mean by that? The meaning is a1 will be greater than a2, a2 will be greater than a3, a3 will be greater than a4 and so on. So what do you mean by this? As you go from left to right, the terms are strictly decreasing. So here it is strictly decreasing. So what I can give here is, here I can give, even I can say monotonic decreasing, nothing wrong in it. So I can write like this: 1 by 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 4. Some terms are equal also. Whereas here you see 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, etc. So this is an example of a decreasing sequence. Or I can say minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 is also an example of a strictly monotonic decreasing sequence. So these are some of the examples of monotonic, increasing, decreasing, and strictly monotonic and strictly decreasing sequences. And we'll see further problems in the next class. Thank you.